Good morning.
Good morning.
Caught you in a yawn.
Yeah.
It's a little chilly. Little chilly. Had to go out and get the water from the car, and I wasn't expected to be that chilly. The dogs were going wild all night.
So I went out a couple times in the
Yeah.
middle of the night to go tell the dogs, if you could pretty please
Yeah.
be quiet, I would appreciate that.
So we are going to get rid of them this time. It's not a joke. Some people got a little upset with us when we said we were going to get rid of our dogs. Clearly, we get more dogs. We don't get rid of them.
Yeah.
But we have been looking everywhere for some material for this water well house. We cannot find what we want, and I've called every place but one around here. I'll call them today and see if they have it. I've looked on Facebook Market. Anytime I reach out to somebody that has it, it just sold.
Fast.
I hope it's not getting to that point where things are hard to get. We couldn't get the 16-foot post we needed for the barn, so that kind of threw a wrench and made things a little more difficult in the barn build. Trying to get the well house done, can't complete that because we can't find what we want. I don't want to. The thing is, I don't want to start compromising. I don't want to start being like, well, we actually want it to look like this, but we can't get it right now, so we'll get this even though we don't like it. That sucks, because then either you have to take it down and redo it, or you just have to live with it. And I don't know. I just don't want to do that. I really don't. I want to be able to just have it as nice and how we want it as possible. And
is it bringing back, like, not to diminish PTSD or whatever, but is it PTSD from before, whenever there was just, like, no supplies?
A little bit. It makes me a little worried. I mean, we don't really know what's going on anyways in the world. We don't really keep up too much, but apparently it's about to fall apart. It's about to be at the end. And
I feel like anytime we are slightly paying attention, that's the story. But
yeah,
over the past however many years, but it seems.
Yeah, so we're trying to get things done. We're trying not to. I don't want to say waste. It's not waste time. It's just if they had what we needed, we'd get it, and then we could just do it. But again, at the end of the day, too, we can't waste too much time being extremely picky. So we're trying to get what we can and knock it out. That way we can just have water. Let's say if something does happen and, you know, the world starts getting a little crazy, we kind of need that water going. We need that pressure tank and stuff on there, and all of it enclosed and good. That way we have nothing to worry about. But we are also, not because end of the world's around the corner, we're also trying to get our garden set up. We may have ideas for raised beds. I kind of started thinking, and I was like, I don't know, I'm always on Facebook Market and looking at stuff, even down to the point of, so we got a quote to get all our stumps removed, and it's a hefty quote. We still need to talk to Outlaw. The reason we haven't is this is almost, we would have to be pulling a favor on this one, because not money wise, but he's gonna have to stick his machine down basically in the dirt, and we feel like it might eat up all the teeth on it pretty quick to get it all out. Which he did tell us originally when he did. He said either I can go slow and make it real clean, or I can go fast and knock it out. At that time, we were like, fast. Now we're at the point where like, okay, now we need the stumps out.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah. So,
I don't know.
So one of our neighbors stopped and asked if we ever needed any work done. And so we got him to quote us for the stumps, to remove all the stumps on everything that's been cleared. So that's why we hit somebody else up with that. But It's one of those that you're putting the machine at risk of wearing itself out more, which sounds weird, right? Oh, it can take down these big trees, but then you put it in dirt and you might. It's like a chainsaw.
That's so weird. Like, why?
But I don't know the math of it.
I don't know the science.
I think I could be wrong, but it's like some trees will dole out your blades pretty quick. Mm-hmm. But it's like a chainsaw. I guess not blades, teeth, like on the mulcher. But with a chainsaw, you can have a fresh, sharpened chain, and then you get in there and you can cut all these trees because they're kind of soft trees. You cut a couple of hard trees and it'll dull your chain out. The moment you hit a little rock or the ground, hit that dirt, it doles it out. And the dirt's got sand-like particles in it, kind of that rough, and it just doles it up. Little rocks and whatnot. So, I found, I didn't even know this was a thing, to be honest, a little handheld stump grinder, and it would have taken us forever.
Would have been, yeah.
But the price was right, and
that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, and so I was just like, oh, I'm just messaged this guy. I messaged him, he had just posted it, and he was writing me back, and then, boom, it says pending. So, and I was like, please let me know if, if this person doesn't come get it, they got it. And it was like I looked it up, brand new. This was a little bit older model, but I looked it up, and it was $2,000 to $3,000 for a hand grinder, and
yeah,
it's crazy.
But we're getting to the point too with all of this. One, it's hard to walk around. You're just hitting every 3 feet.
Yeah,
you're hitting a stub. But it's like I don't even know if we'll be able to mow.
No, absolutely not. We could not mow once the grass comes in. That's the whole point of getting it done now, is we either take care of it now or we literally will not be able to mow because they're sticking up too much. We could always do the brush hog, I guess, but that ain't going to make it any better.
Yeah, and then pop tractor tires and everything
like
it all.
And
it's a dilemma.
Yeah, so I'll just say...
Why don't we have the goats out and eat the grass?
Well,
I know that would be some comment.
We could, but they're not going to eat what we want.
Yeah.
They're going to go eat wherever they want. Yeah. And they're going to go more for all the growth on the plants than anything.
And then on this side, too, is different than the pasture.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yes, we could lock the animals up for the grass and put them in different spots and all that. We could. But when we're pretty much rehoming all the little boys. And so we're going to have 4 goats, and that'd take a long time. Yeah. But what's crazy is the quote, we can either pay the guy, it was him and his dad, to come out and clean the whole property that's been cleared, not the whole property, 2 to 3 acres. And they said they'll come in, rake it all up. We'd have big piles of mulch, rake all the mulch out of the way, and then have to come back through and mark all the stumps, and then they have a stump grinder. I'm assuming, I think he said it was on the front of their skid steer, and then they would come through and grind it all. For that price, we can buy our own stump grinder that goes on the back of a tractor that is the same as our sawmill, a Woodland Mills, which
we can do it ourselves.
Yeah, which kind of crazy. I was looking those up, and a YouTuber that we know popped up, and it was for sale, a stump grinder, Woodland Mills, brand new. And I was like, oh, and I clicked and I looked, and I was like, that guy looks really familiar. And then I looked and I was like, holy cow, this is Rock Hill Farms, or I could have just butchered your channel name, but I'm pretty sure it's Rock Hill Farms, something like that. His name's Brock, and I'm terrible with names, but I recognized his face in a little thumbnail, and I looked, and it said, I'm affiliated with this, and you can check out a YouTube link. I'm like, it is him. It's crazy.
Small world.
Yeah, small world. But we can buy our own stump I I wish we could have got that little handheld one because it was way cheaper. But if you buy that brand new handheld, it's the same price as one you stick on the tractor. So why in the world am I going to go with a handheld when I can stick one on the back of the tractor? But the thing is, the money you're paying for, we either buy the stump grinder ourselves.
Do it ourselves.
And we do it ourselves.
And
it takes
forever.
It takes longer, and then we'll have to pay for the maintenance on it and all that. But we have it because we're going to end up clearing more, and we'll always be cutting trees and stuff. But we have it. Or do we pay a company to do it, and they get it done quicker? They do it on their own. We're working on something else.
Saves so much time.
Save a lot of time. But at that point, we'd have to hire it again next time we clear more. So it's one of those, you know, if you're going to spend the money, do you just keep the stuff? That's normally how I always go. Or do you just pay someone to get it done quicker? Which we
don't have to do the work.
And you'd be further along quicker, which is, you know, y'all know how we work. We don't really hire anything else. We do it ourselves, and it just takes longer. Mm-hmm. But you save a lot of money in, you know, the process. Or you hire it out, you get it done quick. You just got to keep hiring out because then at that point you don't have the equipment. It's kind of where we're at with that. And there's about 3 million little tree stubs that we got to cut out. But
again, we can always ask Outlaw, but
we just don't want to tear up his machine. Yeah. That's the whole point. We know that he would do it. Yeah. He's a nice guy, and he's helped us so many times. You guys know that. Mm-hmm. We just would hate to ask for something like that could potentially mess up his equipment, and
he'd have to buy new teeth.
Yeah, and him not really tell us because he's trying to like help us and be a nice guy. We don't want to do that to him, so we're trying to figure out if we could do it ourselves, and that's kind of where we're at. So right now we're trying to figure out the grinding and stuff, trying to actually find the material we want, and figuring out the layout and everything of the grain bin. And we got metal ordered for the barn and all that. So we have a lot going on in the moment. It's just more of making it all come together. And then also I think it's supposed to rain all day today or tomorrow, something like that. Didn't you see that?
Sunday.
Yeah, so
I don't know what today is.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever day I know it's coming up. But so I was like, dang it, I don't want it to rain. Like, we need to get this stuff done. So that's just kind of where we're at. But the good thing is we are in a good headspace. We are in a good mindset, especially after coming back from looking at that grain bin with the whole new attitude. Mm-hmm. We're worn out and we're tired. Traveling will get you more than anything. And then all day yesterday, I just spent all day editing. And that'll wear you out more than anything. So, I don't know. It's one of those where we're just making a game plan. We're going to get done what we can today. You have to leave today at a certain point, and then you work, and then come back, and hopefully weather will cooperate, and we can just keep getting things done and knocking them out. So we're going to be on the lookout for the materials and the stump grinder and all that. Trust me, I'm on Facebook Market enough. Always looking and calling other places and whatnot. So, I don't know. Fingers crossed, but at least I could say, no matter how that's going to anything, I feel like we're in the right space mentally to handle whatever situation is thrown at us. And that's probably the biggest key of getting anything done. So,
yeah.
Just that's all she got to say.
I mean, you said it.
I know. So I'm not saying it in a like, and that's all she has. That's all you like. Just say, that's it. That's all you got to say.
I'm not big on like, I don't know. I can put it into my own words, everything like that. But
that was just like, that's it.
This is exactly
that's where we're at.
Why say exactly what you said, but just in a different way, but it means the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
So.
What he said.
That's where we're at. So, we'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully, we have good news today, getting the things we need. And we'll keep you all updated on everything we got going on. I just can't wait to get the metal for the barn. I think at first people are going to freak out. But when it's done, people are going to be like, Smart choice.
Yeah.
Smart choice.
Honestly, like, I just can't wait to see it full, like, done.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be, like, the best looking building we've done. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm very proud.
Yeah, very happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm happy seeing it all framed up and everything, but I'm not happy that it's just sitting there waiting for metal. But we'll get it done. So, all right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.